So I want to share with you why just feeling better is not, in my opinion, and the way I teach manifestation, the best way to go about actually getting what you want. Okay. So I'm someone who, along my journey in the beginning, found Abraham Hicks. And while it sounded nice and I understood it in a way, I never really could understand the just feel better, because anytime I tried to do that, I would get a little bit of relief, but nothing big was changing. Sure, little manifestations were coming in, but I wasn't getting the big things. And as I've progressed along my journey and really tried and failed at a lot of things, I've really understood what it really comes down to is what you're actually believing, right? So the thing is, if you're just trying to feel better without actually addressing what's going on for you subconsciously, what stories are you actively telling, and stories that you don't even realize you're telling, because the way I've come to understand it, the way it makes sense to me and the way I teach it is, what we're thinking and really believing affects how we feel. And those two things combined is what's creating our energy, how we're vibrating. And then that's what's creating what shows up in our 3D reality for us. What you'll find if you're someone who's been trying this is if you have beliefs going on, whether you're consciously aware of them or they're deep subconscious programming, can be from childhood, past lives, whatever you believe in, subconscious blocks essentially going on, you're not going to actually be able to feel a whole lot better. So this idea of trying to just feel good is going to feel like a lot of work. It's going to feel hard if you haven't really reworked things to understand that you can actually get what you want and that it does get to be easy. You're going to make feeling good this task, and then there's almost more attachment to it, because you're you're putting so much pressure on it to be the thing that gets you what you want. But underneath, you still have this belief essentially that you don't get what you want. So you're never actually really feeling good, and you're kind of missing the point. So for me, obviously you want to be following your joy, because that's just the kind of person you want to be and the kind of life you want to live, right? You wouldn't want to get all the things and then not know how to enjoy it. So of course that's an important part to practice, but I really do not believe that it is complete until you go in and really change what's going on in your mind. Okay. So this is going to take being radically honest with yourself. What are you thinking on a day-to-day basis? What are your beliefs? And then taking a look also at what are your subconscious beliefs and blocks? And if that's something we're having a hard time identifying, that's actually one of my gifts to help you see that, right? So you could always work with someone and get some support to kind of see what you're not seeing. Because what happens is when we change our mindset, when we find the ways we've been holding ourselves back in our minds, when we can release that and transmute that, we're going to feel lighter. We're naturally going to feel more free, because we're not carrying this toxic shit around, this toxic programming that directly goes against our true nature. Your true nature is feeling good. Your true nature is things flowing and working and manifesting effortlessly, right? Healthy, happy, loved, abundant, all of the things, right? So it's essentially a matter of going in and releasing all the programming that goes against that. You're not going to feel better until you do that. So I always teach that first. Of course, I teach it also along with you want to work with your nervous system, really regulate that, teach your body to feel safe, emotional intelligence, right? Because that's, you need to manage your emotions. It's a holistic thing, but it's not just about feeling good and high vibe. It's not. And I think when people say oh, you just need to feel good and match the frequency, that's true. And those are things I say too, but that's not the whole picture. That's the step. That's the natural byproduct of you changing your mind, of you changing the way you identify yourself, changing what you believe, changing what you're thinking. That's the natural byproduct. And when you're in that space, you're feeling good, you're feeling whole and complete, because you've come into alignment with who you truly are, because you've let go of all the toxic old shit, right? And because you've changed your mind about what you get to have, and you've released that, what you want is on its way to you. And you will receive it while you're in that state, but you're not receiving what you got because you did the right thing and you started feeling good. You receive what you want because you changed your mind, and then you felt good, and then it came in. So just like, don't bypass this. Don't think that you're going to be able to jump from where you are to just feeling good. You're not. You're going to make it a lot harder on yourself. It's going to feel frustrating. It's going to feel difficult. It's going to prolong the process because you're not actually like going in and reworking the things you need to rework. And this is my area of expertise. So if you are feeling like you're stuck or confused or not seeing it, or you're desiring support, I would love to support you. The link in my bio has all the ways. I do personal readings. I have email coaching packages. I also do take on one-on-one clients. You can read about that as well, like for private mentoring if you want to go all in. And I have a bunch of different self-paced programs for those of you who are self-led and like want to learn at your own pace and have lifetime access to the stuff. So you can take a look. I would love to support you. But I hope that made sense, because this is like a big misconception I see, and it's actually like holding people up. There's no way out other than through, okay? You are your own medicine, and this is learning. And a lot of what this is going to do is teach you how to trust yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody can do this work for you. People can guide you, they can point you in the right direction, they can give you support and like framework, right? Like, but ultimately you have to do it. There's no bypassing it. There's no bypassing yourself, because everything in your world you've created, it's been you. So you're the solution. And I think that's a good thing, you know, like the power's in your hands. You get to change it, and that means that you get to take your power back, and you'll never give it away after that, because you understand how powerful you are and how to manage your energy. So it's kind of like a win-win at the end of it all. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So I hope this resonated. I hope it helped bring you some clarity, and yeah, the link in my bio for all the ways to connect. I love you.